Okay, as the time is now 6:30, I'd like everybody to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Alex Hines, would you do us the honor of reciting and letting us follow?
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Something I should have done prior to my first meeting. I will now open this meeting of the Township Board. At this time, I would like to call on our clerk, Yadav Nathwani. Can you please do a roll call for us?
Sure. Trustee Katzel?
Here.
Trustee Malenko?
Here.
Trustee Ellis?
Here.
Trustee Soto?
Here.
And Supervisor Menino?
Here. Okay, I seek a motion to approve the agenda for tonight's meeting.
So moved.
Okay.
Second.
So Trustee Katzel, Malenko?
Seconded.
Seconded. All right, we'll take a quick vote on that. Trustee Katzel?
Yes.
Uh, Trustee Malenko?
Here.
Trustee Ellis?
Yes.
Trustee Soto?
Yes.
And Supervisor Menino?
Yes.
All right, motion passes.
Is there any discussion? We should have done that first. Okay. The next is approval of the minutes, which call for approval of the minutes from 2020 in error. The correct dates of the minutes are now approved in the minutes of May 11th, 2021 meeting. Is there a motion to approve the minutes?
Motion.
Okay, can I have a second?
Second.
Second by Soto. Thank you,
All right.
Trustee Soto. Is there any discussion? No? None being heard? Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Yes, Trustee Katzel?
Here.
Trustee Malenko?
Yes.
Trustee Ellis?
Yes.
Trustee Soto?
Yes.
Supervisor Menino?
Yes.
All right, motion passes.
Okay, early this evening, the board met to review the claims brought before it tonight, which we all signed and put over there. Is there a motion to approve the claims presented?
Motion.
Second.
Joe Soto, thank you.
I found this on the web.
Siri, nothing that you need. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, clerk, can you please call the roll?
Sure. Trustee Katzel?
Yes.
Trustee Malenko?
Yes.
Trustee Ellis?
Yes.
Trustee Soto?
Yes.
Supervisor Menino?
Yes. At this time, if there's any member of the public present this evening who would like to address the board, if so, I would ask you to state your name, and you will be provided 3 minutes to speak to this board. Paula McGowan?
Good evening, Supervisor Menino, new trustees, the clerk. My name is Paula McGowan, and I'm from Glen Ellen, and I see fresh new faces on this board, and I just wanted to welcome all of you as the new elected officials. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, that's all sweat. Both budgets have... Is there anyone else? I'm so sorry. Okay. Nice to see everybody's faces out there. Both budgets have been available for the public inspection in the township office in accordance with the law and township code. And the public notice of this public hearing on the budgets was properly published in the Daily Herald. Is there anyone present this evening that would like to comment on the tentative budgets for either the road district or the township? Anyone that would like to comment? Anyone like to comment? We're going to close that. At this time, there is a motion to approve ordinance number HW02. We're going to keep that open? Okay. We're going to approve the highway budget, yes. At this time for the road district budget this year, 2021. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Can I have a second? Second, Mr. Ellis. Is there any discussion? There being no discussion, will the clerk please call the roll?
Absolutely. Trustee Castle,
Yes.
Trustee Malenko,
Yes.
Trustee Ellis,
Yes.
Trustee Soto,
Yes.
Supervisor Marino.
Yes.
Motion passes.
The motion is passed by the road district budget for 2021, and it is adopted. Is there a motion to approve ordinance number 021-1, the budget of the town general assistance, special police, mosquito abatement district, funds for this forward year 2021?
Second.
Second, is there any discussion? There being no discussion, will the clerk please call the roll?
Sure. Trustee Castle,
Yes.
Trustee Malenko,
Yes.
Trustee Ellis,
Yes.
Trustee Soto,
Yes.
Supervisor Marino.
Yes.
Motion passes.
And now that the public hearing would be now closed, then I would ask that to be end of discussion. Now I need to ask, next item on the agenda is the chairman's report. I would like to present some remarks on the general assistance and food pantry. Currently, right now, I'm excited to say that the food pantry, not only a 501(c), it is well at hand. We are able to service the people accordingly every month on Wednesdays, and we're going to open that up to a second day. And as a matter of fact, this coming next week, the food pantry, after a year and 3 months, will now be open. This will give people the authority to come through our township, and they'll be able to do shopping, not only with giving a little bit of dignity to the food pantry and the people being served, but just, you know, that sense of pride as well. To come in, pick what they like, and we will be providing from the Northern Illinois Food Bank. We have partnered up, and I would like to make a quick mention, kudos to our very own Sheriff, James Mendrick, closest to us at our county building, who is involving us as a township with our CERT program and several other arenas for a 4th of July chicken giveaway and meal. So I'm thrilled to be a part of that, and he will also provide meals here in our food pantry. As far as the general assistance goes, we're doing great there too, helping families. Emergency fund is there, and if you have any questions on that, that is posted on our website. You can also contact me at any time. We have a weed ordinance enforcer now. We're very thrilled to have a person instead of myself or Alex in the back there chasing weeds around. We do get the complaints because, as you know it in your neighborhood, I'm sure, the public here, you might see some neighbors that are troubled, and maybe seniors that have issues of cutting grass. If it goes beyond the 8 to 12 inch mark, we give warnings. After those 2 weeks, if it's not been met, we will send out another certified letter. With that being said, if it doesn't get taken care of in that fashion, we will go ahead and cut it, and a lien will be put on the property. We like to not do liens, by the way. The mosquito abatement update, I would like to say that we're underway. As all of the trustees have signed today the claims, we've made our second initial payment to our mosquito abatement district. And I'm thrilled to say that we will all be going on a Clark visit and hopefully be able to report back to you our findings. We're thrilled to have close knit ties to that organization as they serve our Milton Township. Our audit report is in progress as current. They will be in all next week. I'm thrilled with that. Not really, but if anybody's ever been through an audit, it's just protecting the township. It's protecting the people, and it's kind of a nice thing, impartial. So I'll be working on that next week, and I'm sure a lot of our gracious trustees will be here with me through that. The next item on the report is the approval for, take that out, there was a on approval for the car stipend, number E, if you guys can look on that. We are going to table that for another discussion and another date on an approval for a car stipend for the assessor. There may be other avenues that we're going to go into that, so I would say we'll table that for now. Well, now we come to the reports. The first report I would like to say, and his first report, is our township clerk. Clerk Nathlani, do you have anything you would like to note for us in your report?
The only thing I just wanted to bring to the board's attention, I think we received, when I reviewed with our attorney here, Mary Hickson, a historic number of FOIAs in this first month that I've been clerk, probably 6 or 7 over the past 3 weeks. We have been getting back to everybody in a timely manner within the 5 business days. So I just want to keep the board apprised of that. So.
Well, we're thrilled with how fast you're keeping up with these FOIAs, and I know it's not easy. We appreciate all you're doing for us. Thank you. Thank you very much. Do we have any report from the seniors committee tonight? Chuck Smith?
Well, I'm very happy to report that starting next week, we will be able to resume meeting in person with our seniors. The last time we actually met in person because of COVID was March of last year. Seniors, for the most part, haven't been too into Zoom. We struggle, we try to support them to connect, help, with getting help with their kids and neighbors, etc. But the long and short of it is they like to meet in person. They like to be able to have the rapport with the rest of our group, and so we look forward to next week. Unfortunately, the Wheaton Public Library, where we had the meeting for the last few years, still is not open to public meetings. I talked to Betsy Adamowski there, so I have been successful with the police station in Glen Ellen. Phil Norton is going to let us use the conference room next Monday, so we're delighted. September 4th. It's a nice facility. It's easy for our seniors to get there. So we're personally calling all of the former regulars to tell them you can meet in person. Unfortunately, in July, we're not going to be able to meet there because they have an all-day training session that will be in Zoom that day. I'm happy to announce that SE will be a guest speaker next week. That SE is a reorganization that provides senior daycare for caregivers that are taking care of a parent, spouse, etc. So they're coming next week. So that's a facility in Glen Ellen, Wheaton, and Warrenville. They provide 4-hour and 8-hour daycare and respite time for a caregiver. Happy to say that I've actually been successful in signing someone up last week that's going to start next week. His spouse is trying to care for their spouse. The other thing I'm happy to say that those start again is our senior auto inspection program. Last year was the first one that we were not able to do because of COVID. The fire station was not open to us. It was closed to all outsiders because of the COVID situation. I've spoken to Chief Schultz, and he is very excited to welcome us back. I've scheduled that for the second Saturday in October, the 9th. Talked with Marty, so it's going to provide great coordination of getting the seniors safely in and safely out without running over anybody. They did a great job in 2019. And I've got the blessing of AAA that is going to provide us with 2 or 3 mechanics. So now is our planning phase. We're going to be meeting with 15, draw on all of the volunteer mechanics we've had before, certified mechanics, that is. And AAA is so that we can provide all of the fluids for us, which are many, not the ones in the 60s, but a couple of fluids all times. So, other than that, that's it.
Well, so it's a kind of tradition, right, Chuck, that we bring these guys to change oil and stuff like that, and check tire pressures.
We just got I look for volunteers to get that tire that you got to crawl under the car.
Right.
Usually I'm one of the smaller guys.
We got
I
the new
usually do
township
that.
trees. Great.
And but 95% of the spare tires we find are low on air, empty, and knowing how many seniors are. Sometimes take 15 minutes to get to the spare tire after you take all the stuff out of the car, out of the trunk. But it's a great time. I caught the doors and do a 43-point inspection, and we don't push any particular kind of what we tell them. They ask approximately what it should cost, so they don't get taken into cleanings if they go someplace and take advantage of their seniors. So it's a really good thing. They were disappointed when they do it last year, so we look forward to that. We got a lot to do with the professors.
Well, I'd also like to mention to the group, and I think every one of us are proud to say that we know Chuck is the man of the year. We're honored to have you as a citizen of the year for Wheaton City Council. So, no, we're real proud of what you're doing for the community. And you're going up and beyond, and that's what township should be, isn't it? I think that you're really showing true, and that's what leaders do. So thank you for being a leader for Milton Township and Assault.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Seniors and law enforcement together. I'd now like to, unless you had anything else to add, I'd like to, next on the report, or Citizens Corps, Homeland Security, Marty Keller. Do you have anything to report?
I do, and I'm going to come up here because there's new faces, and I want to congratulate all of you. I would shake all your hands, and it would take too long. That's all right. And there's some new faces out here too. Community Emergency Response Team. I'm the director of it. I'm only one of 1,500 people who have gone through this program. And the whole purpose of this is so that you, your neighbors, and the community are better prepared when there's a disaster. So we go through training, 7 weeks of training. We go through a lot of practices. And we do that by working mostly with the community. Just in this last weekend, we were at the Park District on Friday night for the opening ribbon cutting to do a band shell. Saturday morning at 6 o'clock in the morning, we were back in the park because Cosley Zoo was having a 5K run and a 10K run. So we were there for that, watching the intersections, controlling the traffic. Saturday afternoon, there was a concert in the park that we worked. Saturday night, there was a concert in the park that we worked. There are 11 more concerts coming up there this year. We're also working 3 other 5K runs this year. And starting September 2nd, we're having our fall class. Our fall class runs 7 Thursday nights in a row. And thanks to the wonderful people at the Forest Preserve District, DuPage County, we will be meeting at the Peabody Mansion at Mays Lake. It's the first time we're going to, I don't know how it's going to work with all of us at an old church, but we're going to be there. But it should be a good time. I understand we have some of the people who are going to be in that class with us tonight. If you're interested in making sure your family is safer, your neighborhood is safer, if you want to learn fire suppression and first aid, walkie-talkies, how to work together to make the community safer, get a hold of John, get a hold of any of us. We're here to help the community, and by doing that, we're better prepared for when the emergencies do come up, which several have, but I don't want to discuss them tonight. Those are all. We don't get called out for fun things, okay? But that's all. Thank you.
Thanks, Marty. Thanks for the excellent work you do and the teams that you brought together for us. And just as a note to people in our community and the people that are here in the public, the Cert Team, as you see line items and watch over our budgets, you have to understand there's a certain part in that budget that are in parentheses. That is a portion that Marty and the group make revenue for our township through the parades, through the fairs, through all the different things that we are involved in, 5K runs. Marty, I applaud you for your work and I appreciate you. Thank you. As I can just add, many of us here at the table, I know our clerk, Nathwani, and also Drew Ellis are already, and myself, are already certified through our okay, we're certified in CERT, and the rest of our team is signed up, and we're excited to have you guys join. So thank you, Mark. Is there any unfinished business? The Cemeteries Authority. Oh, jeez, I'm so sorry. Cemeteries Authority, that's my baby right now. Thanks to Drew Ellis You miss it at all, Julie?
Absolutely.
Okay, good. Well, that is something, if you're a history buff, you should really enjoy looking and seeing on. And I'm going to give the floor, if we can have Alex Hines come up. And I'm sorry to keep round of applause, but this guy is amazing. Round of applause on his work at the last cemetery. We had Jewel Grove, which she's going to discuss right now. Alex, I want you to know, and not to put you on the spot, how proud and honored I am to work with you and how well you did that invitation. The people that came out, they actually knew what was going on prior to, doing a great thing and making it better. It's just awesome. So go ahead and give us a little information on Jewel Grove.
Sure. Well, first, congratulations to the board, every single one of you.
Thank you.
Our last event was a huge success. We had roughly 60 people show up, which was really good coming out of COVID. I think restrictions are starting to loosen a little bit, so people were a little more comfortable coming out to an event. We had food, we had speeches, we had the cannons go off. Supervisor Menino gave a great speech. Everything is recorded and it's on our Facebook and it's on our YouTube. I put a little edit together. Upcoming, we have our July 3rd event, which is for July 4th, but we don't want to put it on that day. That's going to be up on Geneva Road at Pleasant Hill. We actually, we're just getting started with organizing this, but we're saving money all over the place. Our tent we got for half the price as 2019, and our band we got for a quarter of the price as 2019. So that's in the works, but that'll be July 3rd at 11 o'clock if you want to see that. That's all I got.
Thank you, Alex.
Thanks,
Very
Alex.
necessary. We really appreciate your efforts, Alex, and I'm looking really forward to our Pleasant Hill. So thank you for that. I'd like to just make mention to St. Stephen's as well. We'll be doing the Saturday prior to our Labor Day. We'll have St. Stephen's, which will always be a picnic. I had to say that because Marty's watching me. There's got to be food at that one, or he won't come, right?
It's true.
Okay.
It's true.
Well,
And the clerk won't be there.
You said food?
Yes.
Amazing.
Oh, forgot about
So we will be excited to share with everybody that is a funded event that will definitely have some great speakers, some historians come out. They just absolutely love being a part of the history at St. Stephen's. So I assure you, it'll be a great time. Please come out as my guest. Our guest, sorry. Do the trustees have anything they would like to report tonight? Nothing to report? Please.
You've talked about Cemetery Authority, and that's been one of my passions for many, many years. And I sat on Cemetery Authority for almost 3 years. And I'm going to give some credit to our supervisor in that because of COVID, we missed all of last year. We were slated to do no events this year as well. And John literally in a matter of weeks said, we're gonna have the Memorial Day event. And I was thrilled. And I want to give you all the credit for that, and thank you for jump-starting the Cemetery Authority. And again, I would do whatever you'd ever want me to do, because that's also a huge passion of mine. So, thank you.
You
for
read it well.
doing that.
Thank you. That means a lot. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Anyone else? Comments? Anything? Okay. So we are going to go down to unfinished business. The revisions of our personal policy. We had. Is there any? Yes. I'm so sorry. Is there any unfinished business to come up before the board tonight? There being no unfinished business, we will move to new business. In the new business, we will talk for a minute about some revisions to personnel policy. We have a new employee handbook coming out. We're making it as we speak. We're in the middle of looking at some of the things that are from previous, including vacation times and time off, and making sure that it fits well with everybody within, and it's a fair share, by the way. There are new positions in our township that I would like to make mention on. Alex Hines back there is now our office manager. You're doing a fantastic job, by the way, with technology you're bringing. I know it's scary. Everybody's a little nervous because it's so fast, but it's excellent and it's saving trees. So thank you for that. I like trees.
Thank you.
So we appreciate all your work, Alex. And we have 2 new interns that'll be here just through the summer as they finish and further their studies in college. Beck and Connor are here with us, and we're thrilled to have them. They are anywhere from 20 to 30 hours a week. They're here with us, working in all different facets of our, from general assistance, food pantry, assisting me, assisting Alex, covering front desk, and food pantry as well. Also helping Yadif at his call when he needs, and the trustees, which they have not needed yet, but they are there for that. So we are looking very forward to working with them. So we also have to do the, now we will we'll have an approval of resolution 2105. I seek a motion to approve resolution 2105, which removes the clerk from authorized signature. He was a trustee at one point. He will no longer be a signer on our bank accounts. Can I have that motion?
So moved.
Joe Soto, Castle,
Soto,
you are now removed. No, just kidding. There being a motion and a second, is there any discussion? The banks will be notified. There is no discussion. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Sure. Trustee Castle,
Yes.
trustee Malenko,
Yes.
trustee Ellis,
Yes.
trustee Soto,
Yes.
supervisor Marino.
Yes.
All right, motion passes, I'm off
The motion is approved. The next item is the bid of the state of the transit vehicle. We'll kind of just put this in perspective. At this point, we're one of the very few townships that do not have a vehicle to transport in any shape, way, or form. We have a Cert van, which Marty graciously lets us use from time to time again. We need one for the seniors. The senior people are calling, they need help. Chuck Smith is right in front. He is one that does Meals on Wheels, transports these people to and from for vaccinations. I know Paula McGowan has done that as well for the township. And of course, our very own clerk, Yadif Nathwani, with their own vehicles and utilizing all their own time, delivering food, grocery shopping, I can go on and on. It is time that we put money aside in the budget, thanks to Trustee Malenko. Thank you for your help on searching through that budget, to find those funds to furnish us with a new vehicle. We are out to bid on that. I would ask for a motion to say yes to that, or I should say, please, I'm so sorry. Is there any discussion? We've already talked about this. Is there any discussion? I'd ask for a motion to approve this.
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Okay. Yadif, if you please, call the roll.
Trustee Castle,
Yes.
trustee Malenko,
Yes.
trustee Ellis,
Yes.
trustee Soto,
Yes.
supervisor Marino.
And yes.
John, can I just ask you a clarifying question? The bid for the transit bid, is the approval to go out to bid or to purchase them?
Well, it's kind of both, but I'll address the public, because I'm sure if you don't know, they wouldn't know. We are a state mandated functioning government body. We, as a governing body, have purchasing rights through a group of different bidders, and this year it's Ford. So we will find our vehicle through the Ford Corporation. We will get the pricing, like all the other townships and other governing bodies, including cities and villages, that they receive. So we won't have to beat up any kind of car dealer, or, you know, are you gonna throw in the leather package? No, there's none of that. It's straight, good, out to bid. We tell them what we want, they make it, the vehicle for us, and deliver it in that fashion.
I just want to make sure that the vote that encompasses both the going out to bid and the purchase, so it's the same, it's all wrapped into one motion, if that makes sense.
Should we vote on it one more time?
To the extent, if you want to make that clear for trustee Ellis, if the movant and the second would agree that the motion to approve is both to go to bid and then to acquire the vehicle as set forth in the state bid package. Does that work?
That would work.
Should we put a dollar amount to it too, or just,
Do you know the dollar amount of the vehicle?
or at least a limit?
We put-
Do we want to put a limit on it, and then as long as it comes below it, then come back for reauthorization?
And not to exceed of some amount?
Sure, you can do that. I think it's around 35.
35, okay.
Would the movant and the seconder agree to amend their prior motion and second to include those statements? Okay. And
Second.
And then if you would like to just call a roll on that again?
Yeah, so wait, who took back the prior, Soto and Castle?
Yeah.
All right, so trustee Castle,
Yes.
trustee Malenko,
Yes.
trustee Ellis,
Yes.
trustee Soto,
Yes.
supervisor Lino.
Yes.
All right.
Is there any further discussion of business to come before the board this evening? Well, we would like to also just quickly thank Jim Devitt, he is our chaplain for the CERT program. He has blessed the board this afternoon, and we really appreciate that very much, Jim. Just like to acknowledge you and thank you for your service on the Cert Team. We appreciate you. Thank you. Anything you'd like to add?
No, thank you for everything you're doing here this evening.
No problem. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. There being no further business, is there a motion to adjourn?
So-
Second.
Okay. Boy, everyone just want to get out of here. With a motion and a second of those in favor of adjourning this meeting, signify by saying aye. Aye. Aye.